So guys, how are you doing? Hopefully you are doing well. Today I am going to be bringing you my 2017-18 Premier League predictions. I'm going to be predicting what I think the table will be at the end of the season 2018 in May. What is it going to look like? I'm going to be showing you guys today. I did do one last year. If you want to check out how I did, then I will leave a link to the video in the description below. Make sure you check it out. It will be a laugh. Just check it out. And yeah, today obviously we're doing the new season 2017 to 18. Hopefully this time I could get a few more than I did last year. But yeah, guys, before we do jump straight into this video, if you like this video and you want to see more, make sure you hit that like button. Also subscribe if you're new around here. Also, if you want to get notified every time I do upload a video, hit the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified every time I do upload a new video. And without further ado, let's jump straight into the Premier League table and 20th, which is the bottom of the league. We are going with Huddersfield. Now, obviously newly promoted to the Premier League. I think they will struggle. Now, they have brought in a few players. They have actually brought in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players at the moment of me recording this video. Obviously, there's still quite a bit of the transfer window to go. They've brought in 9 players. A few players like Tommins from Derby County, Palmer from Chelsea, players like that. Scott Malone from Fulham. They have brought in a few players, but I think they will struggle, and the Premier League is really, really tough. And for newly promoted teams, I think Huddersfield will struggle. As I said, I think they'll become 20th in the Premier League next season. 19th, I'm going with Watford. I just feel like that, yes, they have Marco Silva, obviously the manager of Hull last year, but I just don't feel like there's enough in that team. They have brought in a few players, a few good players, in fact, but I just don't feel like Watford can do anything in the new season. I think they will struggle, maybe 19th, 18th, but I do think they will get relegated. 18th position, I'm going with Swansea City. I think this year is when they will struggle. They've got a decent manager. They've brought in a few players, but in my opinion, I think they will struggle. 18th is maybe a bit harsh. Maybe they'll get relegated. Maybe they'll just scrape relegation, but I think they will struggle, and that's why I think they will be 17th. Now going 18th, sorry, 18th. Now going on to 17th, and I think it'll be Brighton. They brought in a few good players, but once again, Championship teams coming up to the Premier League, it is going to be tough, and that's why I think they will become 17th. Let's see how many players they've actually brought in. Let me just quickly search this. It's very unorganized. Sorry about this. Brighton. Okay, so they've brought in any decent big names. Izzy Brown from Chelsea. Other than that, they haven't really brought in that many big players. They brought in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players. In my opinion, I don't think that's enough. They need some high quality players. Obviously, I know they're a newly promoted team and they can't really attract big players. But if you want to survive, you need to get at least 1, maybe 2 medium-sized players. And they just haven't done that. They haven't done that. That's why I think Brighton will finish 7th. 16th is Newcastle. In my opinion, their transfer window so far, me recording this video, have been very, very poor. They've brought in Atsu. Obviously, they had him last season on loan. They've actually permanent deal now for Atsu. Who else have they actually brought in? Let me just quickly check this. Newcastle is Atsu, Jacob Murphy. There's a few players that they've brought in, but not many big names. I thought they would... With a manager like Benitez, I thought they would bring in quite a few good players. They haven't. They have brought this guy in from Borussia Dortmund. Yeah, I think they'll finish 16th just purely because of that. 15th is Burnley. Burnley is a half-decent team. They haven't really... I don't know. They've actually brought in a few good players this season through the transfer window. And I think they'll finish 15th, maybe a little bit higher. 14th, maybe 13th. 15th is where I'm predicting for Burnley. 14th is Stoke City. Stoke City is probably one of the worst clubs in the Premier League in my opinion. The football they play, actually the football they play is actually pretty decent. I'm thinking of West Brom. The West Brom is the worst team in the Premier League in my opinion. Stoke City actually has a few decent players, but they have lost. Arnautovic, in my opinion, is their best player behind Shaqiri. I mean, in front of Shaqiri. Shaqiri and Arnautovic is their 2 best players in my opinion. They have lost their centre-back, which I can't remember his name. They haven't... I don't think they've actually brought in that many good players. Let me just quickly search. Stoke City. They have brought in Darren Fletcher from West Brom. Zuma. Okay, that's pretty decent, but I don't think they'll perform well. For 14th is where I'll put them. Then 13th is West Brom. And now the lighting is a bit broken here, so let me quickly turn this down there. Yeah, 13th is West Brom. In my opinion, they are the worst team in the Premier League in terms of the way they play. This is so unorganized. They brought in Jay Rodriguez. Other than that, they haven't really brought in that many good players. Yeah, 13th West Brom. 12th, I've gone with Bournemouth. They have a very, very good manager. Eddie Howe, obviously. Jack Wilshere was on loan to Bournemouth last year. Didn't really do a lot. But Bournemouth, I feel like they're going to get that mid-table type of thing, like 10, 11, 12. I put them at 12, obviously. I think they'll do well, but just their normal thing. Their normal thing is becoming like mid-table, just below that. As I said, I put them 12. 11th is Crystal Palace. Obviously, got a new manager now. De Boer, I think it is. I think they'll do pretty decent. 11th is actually very, very good for them. Obviously, they struggled last year. And there was a fly there, flying in front of me. I don't know why. Anyway, Leicester at 10th. That's where I'm going to put Leicester. I think they will do pretty decent. Right dead in the middle, middle table, right there. 10th for Leicester. I think they'll perform well. They just got Iheanacho as well for 25 million. I think that's a decent signing. In my opinion, I think Newcastle should have went for him. But him going to Leicester City isn't that bad. I think they'll do well. 10th is where I've put them. 9th is Southampton. Once again, just how Southampton is just going to do what Southampton does. And they're going to finish quite high, in my opinion, for them. 9th is where I've put them. I think they'll do pretty well. 8th is West Ham. They've obviously got Chicharito, Hernandez. They brought in a few other good players as well. And I feel like this year, hopefully they can push on and actually perform well. Because last year, I don't know what happened. They flopped last year. Yeah, 8th is where I put West Ham. 7th is Everton. Now, Everton from 7th, Everton, I think they've actually bought a ton of players, and hopefully now they can pick up Sigurdsson from Swansea, 50 million. Hopefully they can pick him up. They've got a new centre-back, a new goalkeeper. Jordan Pickford looks very, very good as well. I think that's why they will finish 7th. And guys, number 6, well, not hopefully, but some of you guys will probably disagree with me. Before I do go any further, I am an Arsenal fan, and I'm not being biased just because what the team is next. This is where I think they'll actually finish. It is Tottenham at 6th, and the main reason why is because of their home games. Their home games will be played at Wembley, and I don't think they perform that well at Wembley, in my opinion. Arsenal even perform better than Tottenham at Wembley, and Wembley's their home ground for next season. I don't think they'll perform well. That is why they will finish 6th next season. 5th is Liverpool. Now, this is a bit of a question mark. They will either get 4th or 5th, and I'll show you who the 4th team is in a sec. But 4th or 5th for Liverpool. They've obviously bought in Salah, but other than that, I haven't really seen them buy any players. Obviously, Solanke from Chelsea, but he isn't like one of their main players. Salah can come in and do a job now. Solanke can't really. And that's why I think Liverpool will finish 5th. And then moving over to the top 4, the Champions League spaces, we are going with the 4th place is Arsenal. They are back at home. Their 4th position. I think Arsenal will finish 4th in my opinion. They've got Lacazette. They've bought Kolasinac. I think they will do very, very well for Arsenal. Hopefully Lacazette as well. They've actually bought a proper striker now that can actually do a job up top. Like Giroud is like a plan B now, in my opinion. If something's going wrong, if we're behind or something like that, then maybe bring on Giroud as like a plan B. I think we'll finish 4th. We still need to bring in a few players, in my opinion. Maybe like a centre midfielder. Thomas Lamar, hopefully as well. Monaco want 50 million, which is actually pretty amazing. 3rd, we are going with Manchester United. I think Lukaku will do a job for them. 3rd is where I think there will be. They haven't really brought in many players. Obviously, they brought in that centre-back Lindelof, I think is his name. But other than that, they haven't really strengthened. Matic as well. But yeah, I think they need a lot more than like Matic and Lukaku, in my opinion. That's why I think Man United will finish 3rd. 2nd, we are going with Chelsea. And yeah, they brought in Morata, they've brought in Bakayoko. I think they need to bring high quality players. They need to bring more players, in my opinion. They need a lot more players. They need another centre back. They need another, at least another 2 midfielders. And in my opinion, Morata is not good enough to play for Chelsea. They need another striker. They need another top striker. In my opinion, why not bring back David Costa? Diego Costa. In my opinion, I would bring back Costa. And number 1 spot, if you haven't realised who's missing yet, it is Manchester City. In my opinion, their team is just insane. Their attacking team is just insane. I'm just going to quickly check how many players they've actually brought in. Manchester City, okay, so they brought in Bernardo Silva from Monaco, Edison, which is obviously a new goalkeeper, Kyle Walker, They have brought in Dalino as well, and Mendy, I think, is pretty decent. So they brought in 3 defenders, 1 attacking player, and 1 goalkeeper. I think that's where... wow, just wow. I think their attacking going forward is just going to be crazy next season. I think they'll score a lot of goals. And now they've got a new goalkeeper that they will help them a lot. That guy will help him a lot. Obviously, Kyle Walker. I don't know if Kyle Walker's going to start because obviously they've got Danilo. I don't know who's going to be starting there. Maybe one of them will go left back, one of them will go right back, maybe even centre back. You never know for Manchester City. So anyway, that is the table. I think Manchester City will finish first. Chelsea second, Manchester United third, sorry, Arsenal fourth, and for the bottom 3, Swansea, Watford, and Huddersfield. So there you go, Huddersfield. I think I said that right. Anyway, that's my Premier League. Tell me your predictions in the comments below. Tell me your whole table in the comments below. So guys, if you like this video, please comment, subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter. Our link will be in the description, and I will see you next time.